Ever felt like your relationship dynamics seem a bit off? That perhaps there's an overpowering energy, which might be more than just simple misunderstandings? Today, we're diving into a complex subject, the intricate behaviours of a narcissistic wife and how she may treat her husband. Throughout this video, we'll shed light on 15 key signs that may hint towards such patterns in your relationship. By the end, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to understand these behaviours better and navigate your way forward. Ready to uncover the realities that might be hidden beneath the surface? Let's delve into this together and forge a path towards understanding and healing. 1. Manipulation through guilt. Imagine a puppet master pulling strings to make the puppet dance. That's a bit like how a narcissistic wife operates when using guilt as her tool. Instead of expressing her needs or concerns openly, she may resort to dropping innocent hints, making passive-aggressive remarks, or recounting sob stories where she's always the forsaken hero. These are all tactics designed to pull at her husband's heartstrings, making him dance to her tunes, without even realising he's being manipulated. 2. Lack of empathy. This one is pivotal in any relationship. While we all have moments where we struggle to see another's perspective, a narcissistic wife may make it a habit. Rather than offering support or understanding, she might trivialise her husband's emotions. Remember that scene from your favourite movie where the protagonist's feelings are dismissed? It's like that, but on a daily loop. 3. Jealousy and possessiveness. It's like that feeling you get when someone else takes the last cookie, but on a way bigger scale. You see, everyone experiences a tad bit of envy once in a while. It's human nature. But a narcissistic wife takes us to a whole new level. She doesn't just feel threatened by other women, but possibly by anything that diverts attention from her. It might be her husband's accomplishments at work, his friendships, or even that new hobby he picked up during the weekend. Instead of supporting his personal growth and being happy for his newfound interests, she might view these as direct challenges to her position in his life. 4. Constant need for admiration. While we all love a bit of appreciation now and then, a narcissistic wife will demand it all the time. It's not just about hearing she's great, it's about her being the centre of attention. 5. Always playing the victim. We all face challenges, right? Life throws curveballs, and it's all about how we handle them. But a narcissistic wife might have a slightly different take on this. Instead of confronting challenges head-on, she might amplify them, always presenting herself as the perpetual damsel in distress. Why? Well, by constantly being the victim, she ensures a steady stream of attention and sympathy, diverting any blame or responsibility from herself. It's a sneaky tactic to keep the spotlight firmly on her. 6. Frequent putdowns. Perhaps one of the most hurtful of the lot, frequent putdowns. Picture this, you're feeling good about yourself, and someone just bursts your bubble with a sharp comment. That's the daily reality for the husband of a narcissistic wife. Instead of being his pillar of support, she may constantly find fault with him. It might start off subtly, a sarcastic comment here, a joke about his taste in clothes there. But over time, these comments might escalate, attacking his intelligence, capabilities, or even his very worth. It's not just about pointing out his flaws, but also undermining his confidence. 7. Withholding affection. Imagine being in a desert, thirsty, with an oasis just out of reach. That's how it can feel for a husband whose narcissistic wife controls the emotional dynamics. Affection isn't just about physical intimacy, it's about emotional connection, understanding, and mutual respect. A narcissistic wife may treat affection like a prized possession, granting it when things go her way and pulling it back when they don't. It's a power play, ensuring that her husband is continually striving for her approval. 8. Always needs to be right. We've all been in disagreements where we felt strongly about our viewpoint, but imagine living with someone who never concedes, even when they're clearly in the wrong. A narcissistic wife's self-worth is often tied to her being infallible. She might twist facts, manipulate conversations, or even outright deny things, just to avoid admitting a mistake. And the husband? Well, he often finds himself second-guessing his own memory or beliefs. 9. Financial control. Money, it's said, is the root of many disputes, but in the hands of a narcissistic wife, it can be more than just a point of contention. It can be a weapon. She may control the purse strings, making unilateral decisions about expenditures, savings, and investments. The husband might find himself needing permission for basic expenses, or constantly having to justify his financial choices. It's not just about the money, it's about the control. 10. Isolation from friends and family. This is a tactic that's as ancient as it is insidious. Now, we all value the idea of spending quality time with our partners, right? But there's a vast difference between intimate bonding and isolation. A narcissistic wife may subtly, over time, start chipping away at her partner's connections. She might make innocent-sounding observations that mask deeper intentions. Perhaps a casual remark about a friend being too clingy, or a family member being manipulative. Initially, these remarks might seem benign, but there's an undercurrent of intent. Over time, the husband may begin to view his relationships through the lens of skepticism she provides. The outcome? He pulls back, starts declining invitations, and stops reaching out. He becomes more isolated, more dependent on her perspective, and therefore easier to manipulate. 11. Obsession with public image. Transitioning to number 11, let's talk about an obsession that's more than skin deep. Obsession with public image. In today's digital age, it's all about putting our best foot forward, especially on social media. But for a narcissistic wife, this need to appear perfect transcends far beyond the occasional flattering selfie. Every event, every outing, and every shared moment needs to project a picture-perfect narrative. Behind closed doors, things might be far from rosy, but to the outside world, they're the epitome of #couple goals. And the husband, he's often coerced into this charade, with any resistance leading to accusations of him not caring about her feelings or trying to embarrass her. 12. Unreasonable expectations. Everyone has expectations in relationships. It's a natural part of human dynamics. But imagine a scenario where no achievement is ever good enough, no gesture is grand enough, and no effort is satisfactory. This is the life of a husband with a narcissistic wife. Her expectations aren't just high, they're constantly shifting, leaving him feeling like he's trying to hit a moving target. It's an exhausting cycle where the husband continually tries to please her, only to fall short again and again, in her eyes. 13. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a profound form of psychological manipulation. Imagine being told the sky isn't blue, or that the sun rises in the west. That's how disorienting gaslighting can be. A narcissistic wife might deny things she said, twist her husband's words, or challenge his very perception of events. Over time, the husband may begin to doubt his own memories, judgments, and even sanity. This erosion of self-confidence ensures he's more reliant on her version of reality. 14. Refusal to take responsibility. Let's discuss the age-old human reluctance to admit mistakes, magnified. Refusal to take responsibility. Making mistakes is part and parcel of being human. But for a narcissistic wife, admitting to them feels like an affront to her very being. Instead of taking accountability, she might become a master at the blame game. Every mishap, every argument, every misunderstanding, there's always someone or something to point fingers at. And more often than not, that someone is her husband. 15. Emotional blackmail. The term might sound severe, and that's because the impact is just that. Emotional blackmail is a potent mix of threats and guilt designed to make the husband comply. A narcissistic wife might use phrases like, "If you loved me, you'd," or "I can't believe you're choosing them over me." These loaded statements put the husband in a no-win situation, making him feel trapped between his desires and her demands. Want a deeper look into the mind of the narcissistic wife? Choose inside her mind, behaviours and traits of the female narcissist. Or stump her, questions that leave the narcissist wife speechless. Your support means a lot. Like, share your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button for more.